Salve, Lidenzão. Salve, salve, galera. Dia de evento, né? Eu tô meio preocupado, cara, que eu não sei se eles já não deveriam estar transmitindo alguma coisinha antes. Será que eles só vão liberar na hora mesmo? Eu já tô aqui, eu botei no Xbox, eu já botei aqui na página da... Aqui na Xbox BR. Mas eu tô achando que vai dar ruim isso aí. Vamos testar, né? Se não der, eu vou abrir o navegador aqui. Quem tiver assistir com um pouquinho de atraso, mas vai assistir. É, eu botei Xbox aqui. Mas eu tenho uma... Eu tenho uma outra... Eu tenho uma outra tela aqui, que é o navegador. Daí, se der errado, eu colo um outro navegador. É, talvez dê ruim. Aí a gente vai assistir com atraso, né? Não tem problema. Aí a gente vai assistir com um pouquinho de atraso só. E aí eu vou ter que ir lá no YouTube. Eu já vou até deixar aqui o YouTube aberto. Daí eu vou ter que ir no YouTube. Tá, porra.
Tá! Bum! Rocha, trajeteira.
Deixa eu ver aqui, tem um... Então, deixa eu tirar o som aqui rapidinho. DLC de Elden Ring, será? Eu vi uns caras falando, mas será? Deixa eu ver se na... Ó, nem a Xbox oficial tá ativo. O único que tá passando é IGN, mas eu não vou botar IGN não. Deixa eu ver uma coisa aqui. Tem uma outra página. Será que eu boto um IGN aqui, meu? Ei, Fernandão. Vou ficar por aqui, né? Tem outras pessoas que estão passando umas gameplays aqui, mas eu não sei de onde que é não, velho. Não sei onde que estão assistindo. O cara botou uma tag em cima ali pra não aparecer. O cara botou uma parada pra tapar a página de quem tá transmitindo alguma coisa ali. Será que é os caras do Flow? Deixa eu ver. Flow Games. É, o Flow Games não tá passando nada ainda. O único que tá passando gameplay é a IGN mesmo. Ah, acho que é The Enemy. É, eu acho que é The Enemy que tá passando algum material ali. Eu não separei nada. Não. É, The Enemy. Mas não vou botar lá não. A gente espera um pouquinho aqui, falta 7 minutos. A única coisa que eu tenho que fazer é pegar o link do Xbox oficial pra a gente não perder muito tempo. Porque se não rolar no Xbox BR, eu vou deixar no Xbox original, oficial. Xbox. Opa, agora que tem outro link aqui. Pera aí, dentro do próprio Xbox tem um português. Ah, não, é esse aqui mesmo. Ou eu tô errado? Cara, de algum jeito vai dar certo. Será que vai aparecer algo sobre o pau? Acho que não, porque o pau já é realidade, né? O pau já é realidade. Ó, era pra ter começado 4h30, por isso que eu tô preocupado. Ó, vou botar esse aqui agora. Português BR. 24 mil aguardando. Só que eu acho que nesse eu vou ter que botar legenda, né? Legenda disponível. O pau é real, né? Será que vai ter? Vai ter. Parece que vai ter alguma coisa sobre o Indiana Jones. Vai ter um jogo lá que é Avowed, que eu nem conhecia, velho. Mas dizem que é um jogo que já tá na promessa pra ser lançado faz tempo. Parece que vai ter coisa nova do Hellblade 2. Botar 4 minutos. Parece que vai ter. Parece que vai ter. Vai ter um Shadow Drop, né? Que é uma das promessas que os caras falam lá, que vai rolar um Shadow Drop aí. Jogo que vai ser lançado dentro do evento já. Cara, essa tela aqui tá preta, eu tô preocupado. Bom, qualquer coisa, se eu precisar. Se eu precisar, eu volto. Aí vem aqui, bota Xbox BR. Entro no Xbox BR. Opa, parece que tá ao vivo já, Xbox BR. Algo deu errado. Parabéns. A Xbox BR sempre faz merda, né? Não tem como. Santana faz vídeos ensinando o David Jones a fazer o tutorial do spray. Eu não me meto nesse tipo de rolo, não. Deve dar visualização, mas eu não me meto em polêmica. Ó, falta menos de 2 minutos. Vou até dar um like aqui. Deixar aqui. Mas é que eu não sei como é que funciona esse aplicativo do Xbox no console. Talvez ele não atualize, velho. Esse que é meu medo, mas eu vou ficar de olho. Depois que der a hora, eu vou esperar alguns segundos. No startar, eu saio e entro de novo. Tá vazando o som no microfone, né? Tá muito alto hoje. Ficar de olho agora, que falta tá na contagem regressiva já. Tem YouTube que só vive de treta. É que dá views, né, ô Lidenzão? Às vezes não é nem viver. Eles vivem de falar da treta dos outros também. Tem uns que são assim. Tá assim, música. Tá bem pouquinho, falta segundos agora. Ó, agora deu 5 horas aqui. A princípio não startou nada. Vou fazer o que eu falei. Sair. Vai entrar de novo. Deu. Tem que fazer um vídeo sobre isso, não, Lidenzão. Sobre a maldade da humanidade nos tempos modernos. Tempos de internet. Ó, se tiver alguma coisa errada, o tal coisa tá tapando. Ih, mais 18? Ah, eu tenho que ficar de olho no som aqui, ó. Pô, já começou mais 18, rapaziada. O Lidenzão, fecha o olho aí. Tô controlando o volume. O volume tá bom aí pra vocês? Esse jogo da Obsidian ali parece que tem a possibilidade dele ser o Shadow Drop de hoje. Esse aí, ó. Ó o Fallout ali, ó. New Vegas. Será que rola um anúncio da atualização do Fallout 4?
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment. I'm so proud to share with you our upcoming fantasy action RPG, Avowed. Avowed is an adventure into the heart of the living lands, a frontier at the edge of the known world, where you must put a stop to a mysterious spiritual plague and discover a secret at the heart of the living lands. At Obsidian, we love creating worlds with deep themes. Creating worlds with deep themes, dynamic gameplay, and thoughtful reactivity. And Avowed is no different. We set out to blend the believable and fantastical to give players a world and experience like no other. It's colorful, it's vibrant, it's strange. It's one of the most incredible settings in the world of Aora. There's going to be a lot of great secrets to discover, one of which has a really personal connection to you as the player character, and you're going to have a great time getting to know those secrets and leaving your mark on the world. And when it comes to encounters, our combat brings the best of the moment-to-moment fun that comes with action-oriented gameplay and the depth of
Mas tem uma galera que tem um pouquinho de preconceito com RPGs que sejam...
Here to talk more about Avowed's combat is Gabriel Paramo, gameplay director.
Sejam...
Here at Obsidian,
Our team's
Primeira
overarching
pessoa.
goal is to empower you with choice.
E eu
So
acho
we
que esse aí vai
developed a
ser full
flexible
primeira
combat
pessoa.
system that allows you to quickly swap from spellcasting and sharpshooting to melee combat. We want to give you the freedom to mix and match your loadout to fit the way you want to play from moment to moment.
Eu acho que ele vai ser
uninterrupted.
full
For all
primeira pessoa
battles,
mesmo.
you can combine a variety of
Ó,
weapons,
tem até uma arma.
attacks, and abilities for tactical advantages against a wide range of enemy types. It's not just hacking and slashing. You're making real-time decisions about when to use your abilities, powerful melee attacks, blocks, parries, and special attacks. If you choose to approach combat with a one-handed wand, it feels quick and snappy when dealing damage to enemies at mid-range. Using the Tanglefoot ability, you can stop enemies in their tracks, giving you the opportunity to focus on weaker or tougher combatants in an intentional and
Esse parece ser
controlled manner.
legal, né?
It's important to pay attention to the types of enemies you're dealing with. Some units are extremely defensive, some are brutishly difficult, and others you must make
Quero
sure that
café!
their capabilities
Quero
will put you in a
café!
tough spot.
Quero
Eu curto, cara,
café!
RPG em
Dual
primeira
phase,
pessoa.
we provide customizable loadouts that can be quickly switched during combat. That means you can play
Mas tá com
however
o cara
you
que vai
want.
ser um
Equip
jogo
a sword
single
and
player,
shield
né?
and charge into battle. Dual-wield pistols and control the encounter mid-range. Or even dual-wield wands to feel like a gunslinging
Não
mage.
vai ter co-op, não.
You could use your enchanted wand to freeze enemies, and then use your offhand weapon's
Perfeito pra
power
mim.
attack
Eu
to
também acho
shatter.
legalzinho, cara.
We've worked hard to keep you constantly engaged as battles unfold by creating a balance between pressure and manageability during combat.
Players
Certinho
will
ali.
have ample choices for how to build and progress their envoy in the world of the living lands as they get to know the game and the story and explore the many diverse regions. Some quests in
Tá bem
Avowed will
bonito o
have you
jogo.
make difficult decisions with profound consequences. Like this side quest you may encounter in Shatterscarp, the third region you'll explore on your journey through the living lands. As you're exploring, you come across the bodies of these fallen soldiers, and as you explore the remains of the battle, it's up to you to determine who, if anyone, is at fault.
Just the four of us. Manu, Kiri.
No Assassin's Creed tem disso, né?
training
Lembra
with Captain
no...
Wookie,
Acho que é no
trying
Unity.
to keep Thirdborn safe.
Tu tem que investigar um assassinato lá. Descobrir quem que é o culpado.
Not that I'm one to judge.
Here. Take my badge. Take everyone's. Our families deserve to know we fought and died for them.
Making the right choice isn't always what it seems. We embrace moral nuance and gray areas,
Quero
trusting
café.
players to make tough decisions in complicated
Deu
situations.
tempo hoje de fazer o chazinho
My
antes.
squad and I rested in the cave by the water last night, and as we were sleeping, we were ambushed by those miserable Zorips. I was so surprised, and it was so dark. I just got separated from everyone else. Look, I can't face those monsters alone, but I have to know if anyone else made it out. Of course he did. Sergeant Asui never has a thought he won't say out loud. So what did he tell you? That Captain Ruiki was sick? That I was paranoid? That I was a dumb baby? I heard it
A
all
parte do
often and
movimento
loudly.
da boca
Wait,
dos personagens
if you
tá cada
found
vez mais
Sergeant
perfeita, né, velho?
Why is he not here with you? What happened?
Pra quem, por
At the
exemplo,
end
pra
of the
quem
quest, you
não,
have a
tem uma
choice. When you
deficiência e
confront Private Naoki, if you believe the
deficiência
story he's
auditiva,
told you,
consegue
you
ler
can
os
hand
lábios
over
do
the
cara.
badges and let him go back home.
You're right. Real battle isn't something you can prepare for, is it? It's not my fault. No, they should have never have camped in the cave.
Tá cada
I'll
vez
take
mais
the badges.
perfeito mesmo.
I'm going back to Thirdborn.
But if you confront him, if you believe that he fled the site of the battle as an act
Surprise,
of
motherfucker.
cowardice, then he might challenge you to a fight to reclaim his honor. Either way, when you return to town, you'll see the consequences of your actions and the choices you made during this quest. Creating an immersive experience like Avowed is anchored in the world we built.
Caraca, eu
Art
escrevi o
director
nome do
Matt
jogo errado.
Hansen and the team have
Tem que
worked to
corrigir
create a
depois.
unique,
Nas tags lá.
colorful, and
Botei
dynamic
com
visual
W
style.
os dois.
From the outset, we knew that we wanted Avowed setting to feel rich, weird, and wonderful. We found inspiration in a wide swath of real-world cultures, helping us create a unique RPG experience. By contrasting the vibrant
O
with
Syndicate
the
eu, tô
dull,
com, eu tenho
or
ele, mas eu
verdant
tenho um
spaces
problema
with sickly
pra jogar.
ones, we can better deliver complex emotional experiences for our players. The Living Lands
Eu
is
acho
a
que eu peguei ele
continent
no
of
Games with
untamed
Gold,
valleys with widely varied biomes, from
mas eu não
luxuriant
consigo jogar.
forests to volcanic wastes, and each of those regions itself is a conflux of storied landscapes. All of the regions have a lot of special things associated with them, but I have a deep place in my heart for Shatterscarp. As you're wandering the wastes of Shatterscarp, you might notice off in the distance a vibrant jewel of color. By transitioning from destitute, muted tones of a wasteland of sand and marching in towards a beautiful oasis, there's the opportunity there for life, for adventure, and even a little danger.
We hope you've enjoyed this look at Avowed. We're thrilled to share more about the game in the coming months, and we can't wait for you to explore the Living Lands when Avowed launches this fall.
Lançamento em outono. Quanto que é o outono dos Estados Unidos, que eu nunca sei? Alguém sabe? Deixa eu ver aqui. Outono. Caraca, é por agora já? Ou eu tô errado? Ah, não. Setembro. Ah, mas... Caraca, em setembro então vai ter esse RPG, ainda vai ter
Hi, I'm Don Matthews, studio head here at Ninja Theory in Cambridge, UK. We're now in the final months of development on Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and the team is working hard to bring you an unforgettable journey
vai ter
into
Stalker e
Senua's
o
unique
Avowed
world and her battle for survival, where we have once again combined high fidelity and immersive presentation with a shorter, narrative-led experience that focuses on the things that we really care about, and that we hope you care about too.
Do you see how surrounding you are? Do you see how the pitiless world
Primavera
stamps
aqui.
you down?
Senua is back with a new quest. She wants to stop the Vikings who raided her village right at their source, in Iceland. But not just her quest has changed. Senua herself has grown since the first Hellblade. She's made peace with her past and is no longer in such fear of her visions and voices. While the Furies are still her constant companions, she encounters new people along the way, some of which will value her unique perspective, and others who will reject it.
Little by little, this settlement became my tribe.
In the game, Senua arrives in 10th century Iceland on the trail of the Vikings who have been enslaving her people. In the story, we're trying to be as faithful to history as we can up to a point, establishing a solid
Esse jogo aí tá com cara que vai ser meio que um divisor de águas, velho. Não sei não.
Senua will face up to giants.
Não acho que vai
who have
agradar a
plunged the
todos,
lands
mas
into chaos, and which in turn has seen the rise of the Droiga, a violent threat that has swept through the settlements that she'll discover. Senua will make new enemies and also new allies who will come to see her unique perspective as a beacon of hope. And she'll discover, along with us, how this viewpoint can have its advantages.
Senua is a Celtic warrior who experiences psychosis, seeing things that other people don't, hearing voices, and having unique beliefs about the world around her. To bring Senua's perspective of the world to life in a truthful way, we have once again worked closely with Professor Paul Fletcher at the University of Cambridge, as well as people with lived experience of psychosis.
What does that mean? It's terrifying.
Players will find themselves traversing beautiful and hostile environments, seeking answers from patterns and signs that Senua sees in her own unique way, and battling through encounters with enemies that will push Senua to her limits.
On Saga, we've taken everything to the next level. With a new motion capture space, a bigger stage team, a stunt crew, and a new cast.
We spent a lot of time planning the motion capture shoots, thinking of what events would be good to bring into this fight? Like, how can we make this fight feel different from the previous fight? We have all new combat for the sequel. One of our key goals was the ability to actually tell a story throughout it.
No primeiro eu me atrapalhei bastante, cara, nos combates. Depois que eu aprendi,
From the first game, but it's
achei meio complicado no
very brutal and
início.
you're very invested in it. Senua isn't a superhero. She's fighting for survival, and we want the player to feel her struggle in every step of her journey. We want the player to always feel like they just scraped through, just survived it.
Mel knows Senua better than anyone, better than I do. Her instincts are amazing, and she really doesn't need much help from me. On stage, our main focus is storytelling. So I get to watch the actors and see all the beautiful expressions on their faces. And then I have to wait a little while, and then I get to see that all again, in-game, in costume, on location, everything. It's a great experience, a great process.
Every discipline in the studio is unified in achieving a deep level of immersion to help suspend your disbelief and pull you into Senua's story. We were lucky enough to do a few reference gathering trips in Iceland. You have to be there. The sense of scale, everything is incredible. And you see a scene or you see a small section of the game and you're like, yeah, that works, that's amazing.
Senua experiences reality differently, and a part of this manifests in the voices she hears.
She will collapse. She will collapse.
These voices come to life through binaural audio, which provides a good representation of this type of auditory hallucinations. As we focus in immersion, binaural audio is perfect for this because through headphones, you surround yourself in a
Essa
three-dimensional
parte
space.
Das vozes falo na
we
cabeça é
only apply to
foda.
the voices that Senua
Uma das
listens in
coisas
her
que eu mais
head.
fiquei
In this
impressionado
game,
no primeiro.
through spatial audio technology and some extra little things within the game.
Acho até
there
que
is
esse
music
jogo vai
by
ganhar
binaural.
muitos prêmios
Every single
de
sound
relação a
has the
som
potential
e
to
tal.
be binaural, so
Foda.
everything is spatialized around you, and it's a very beautiful experience. Music is a strange language in the sense that it speaks to our emotions fast and deep. It's not only about quality, it's about personality. So when you listen to Hellblade, you know it's Hellblade. On the music, we are working with Heilung, which for me is a personal privilege because I really admire them. We feel their craft, their depth, their meaning in the music. It really connects with our game and elevates it to something really special. We are also working with a heavy metal singer, throat singers, and our very own Furies. They sing so beautiful, and we add that binaural touch of music. So this all creates a very immersive and a very special and unique experience.
Dois jogos potencialmente muito bons. Também acho que
Our
esses
mission
dois
here at
aí.
Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech.
E bom que
And
são
that's
bem
our aim in
diferentes.
Senua Saga Hellblade 2 is to not only see where Senua goes next, but to deliver something really
Esse Hellblade
meaningful
2 tem
for our
tudo pra
players.
ser dos melhores
My hope is
do ano,
that they
cara.
will really connect to Senua as a character, and even if they can't really relate to what she's going through, maybe they know someone that relates to that character and they can then understand that person better.
Well, I don't want to sound cheesy, but in a way I'm Senua, right? She exists and doesn't. It exists through all of our work, through every ninja. So we all are Senua, and we are creating this character that grows and grows and grows and grows and keep growing and keep changing. So that makes it real.
I'm so proud of the love,
A trilha
care, and
sonora,
passion
a
our
trilha
team here
sonora
at
não
Ninja
tem como
Theory
não
are
ganhar
putting
vários
into Senua
prêmios, cara.
Saga Hellblade 2. Our hope is to
E
not
não
only
só a trilha
create
sonora,
a
os
game that
próprios
is great
som,
to
né?
play, but to craft an experience that leaves you thinking and feeling. From our combat
É
gameplay
como o cara
through to
falou,
our action set
tu sabe,
pieces,
consegue
from our
saber que a
cinematic
trilha
scenes
sonora
to our
do
puzzle
Hellblade é
solving.
muito
Everything
característica.
is crafted in service of Senua's journey, a journey that you can embark on May 21st.
Ó, 21 de maio. Logo ali, né, cara? Finalmente. Square Enix. Ó. Essa aí já é uma das surpresas já, né?
Greetings, Xbox players. My name is Masaru Oyamada, producer for the Mana series here at Square Enix. 聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの情報を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにいち早くお伝えできる機会をいただけて大変光栄です。コンソールゲームとしては約17年ぶりとなる聖剣伝説シリーズの完全新作。聖剣伝説シリーズは1991年
Eu já vi esses jogos pra vender e nunca peguei, velho. Acho que era no PC.
聖剣をめぐって描かれる愛をテーマに個性豊かなキャラクターたち、心に響く楽曲の数々、武器の特性を生かして戦うアクション RPG としてこれまでに17作発売され長らく愛されてきました。本作は30年以上の歴史あるシリーズの最新作となるため、これまで培われてきた聖剣伝説としての世界をしっかり感じられるものを目指して鋭意制作中です。フィールドでは自然や精霊とのつながりを感じられる色彩豊かな聖剣伝説の世界を体験してもらえると思います。シリーズおなじみのモンスターたちも本作に登場しています。今回これらのおなじみのモンスターたちを作り出した聖剣伝説の生みの親である石井浩一さんとともに聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの内容を紹介していきたいと思います。
Hello, I am Koichi Ishii from Gretz. I am so happy to introduce the newest game in the Mana series to Xbox players. 初期の頃からシリーズ作品に登場しているモンスターたちは私が考案したものですが、中には小学生の頃すでにイメージができていたものもあります。今作では初めはドット絵からスタートしたモンスターたちをどのような形で最新化して聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナに落とし込むか、デザインの方向性からモデルの完成イメージまでを監修する立場でプロジェクトに参加しました。聖剣伝説ファイナルファンタジー外伝を作っていた頃から自分の頭の中ではモンスターたちは立体的に生き生きと動いて、これまで自分が携わった作品ではそれらをどうやって当時の技術で表現できるかにこだわって作ってきました。最新作では
Esse aí tem cara que sai pra Switch também, né? Eles conseguem portar pra Switch também.
の部分もしっかりと表現できているので、バトル中はモンスターたちの表情にも注目してください。
これまで聖剣伝説シリーズには空を旅する海を渡る手助けをしてくれる頼もしい仲間たちがいましたが、今作には広大なフィールド探検に欠かせない新たな仲間が登場します。陸上を猛スピードで駆け回ってくれるピックル。ピックルも石井さんが新たに考案してくださっています。
nos últimos vídeos que a gente viu lá do
新たな仲間を考えるにあたっては、今作のマスコットキャラクターになるくらい可愛い動物にしたいという漠然とした思いがありました。その上でヨークシャテリアの毛並み、見た目はアルマジルによく似た仙山港や古代エジプト神のアヌビスの子供といった具体的なイメージが浮かんできて、それぞれの特徴を取り入れながらラフデザインを書き起こしました。デザイナーにもアイデアを出してもらいながら、足の長さや丸まった時のイメージなどゲームの中での見え方も考えながら調整を重ねていき、ピックルは誕生しました。
もう一つの挑戦は楽曲面です。過去さまざまなコンポーザーが携わられた楽曲の雰囲気が感じられつつも、最新作として素晴らしい新たな楽曲が生まれました。 BGM でもしっかり聖剣伝説シリーズらしさを感じてもらえると思います。 過去シリーズの楽曲を手掛けたクリエイターたちが全100曲という大ボリュームの制作に
Eu
挑ん
acho
でくれま
massa
した。
que o trilha sonora desses
新たな
RPGs
試みとしてフィールドの探
japoneses
索からバ
eles
トルまでをシームレス
os
に
anos
体験でき
passam,
るよ
mas
う
eles mantêm a
今作で
mesma característica lá
インタラクティブミュージックを
da
導
época
入
do
しており
Super Nintendo.
冒険の没入感を高めてくれます。探索中の BGM がバトルに入った瞬間
Eles dão uma
アレンジが
modernizada,
効いてあ
mas
る様
continua
を
com
実際に聞い
a
てみましょう。
base mesma, a referência é a mesma. Tem um RPG que eu joguei no... Eu acho que foi no Xbox clássico. Eternal Sonata. Tenho vontade de jogar de novo esse jogo.
今作はアクション RPG 聖
Altas
剣伝
trilhas
説の
sonoras
アクション部分が強化されています。空中でのアクションがバトルの鍵となっており、武器での攻撃だけでなく魔法での攻撃も可能になっています。そして本作ならではの特徴
Eu
と
não sei,
して
tá me parecendo que é
聖
mundo
剣
aberto
伝
esse
説
jogo
シリ
aí.
ーズではおなじみの精霊たちがいますが、その力を宿した武器
Rolou
を
até
使
um
うと
Plants
バ
vs
トルを手
Zombies aí
助
no
けして
meio.
くれるようになります。精霊によっては様々な特性の違いがありますので、その効果とともに聖剣伝説の世界らしい不思議な力で爽快なバトルを楽しんでいただけます。
オリジナルモンスターやピックリにも注目してほしいのですが、聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナーは聖剣伝説らしさを感じてもらえる作品になるよう、小山田君を中心にチームのみんなが頑張って作ってくれていますので、ぜひ発売日を楽しみに待っていてください。私自身もプレイするのを楽しみにしています。
聖剣伝説シリーズとして初めて Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにお届けする本作。
É, ele é um jogo que ele pega pela arte, né? Ele é bem bonito mesmo.
ぜひご期待ください。
Mas é jogo de nicho.
この忘れられない冒険を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんに楽しんでいた
Apesar
だ
de
け
ser
る
hack
が
and slash,
今から待ちきれません。
ó no verão. Xbox Series e PC. Mas não tá no Game Pass. Esse é jogo de estratégia, não é?
Hello, and welcome to Oxide Games. We founded the studio in 2013 with our decades of personal experience building some of the most beloved strategy games of all time, like Civilization V. We came together to create something new and innovative in a genre we all love. Our History Untold is the game we've dreamt of making.
Eu acho que é esse jogo aí que pode ser também do Shadow Drop, cara.
4X gamers. It features
Porque
all
ele
the
já
depth
parece
and
bem
gameplay
pronto,
fans of this genre love, where you'll explore the world, expand your nation, govern your people, and engage with your rivals on the international stage.
Quando
But it
anunciaram a
isn't just more
primeira
of the
vez já
same.
parecia pronto já.
With Ara, we wanted to challenge some of the preconceived notions about the genre, push it forward in a modern, empowering, and truly compelling and approachable way.
For example, we have over 100 instruments on display in the office, which are all things that we purchased in order to add to the soundtrack and expand the game and make it really good. Hi, Dan. That's Dan. We started in his basement. It's been an amazing process to see from concept to completion. We started small, building a robust game engine, questioning our design assumptions, and prototyping out features, rediscovering what made us fall in love with strategy games in the first place.
The end
É, jogo de
result is
estratégia.
the historical grand
Geralmente
strategy
eu
game that presents a
jogo uma
living
campanha
world where you can rule how you want to rule
insisto muito
and
não.
chart your own path to becoming the most prestigious nation on the planet.
For Ara, we knew we needed deep systems with outcomes that encourage exploration and give players the power to experiment and make meaningful
Eu não
strategic
fico,
choices
tem gente que
while
gosta
still
de jogar
having
com todas as
agency over their playstyle.
civilizações.
We also wanted to explore more in
Eu
different
pego,
parts of
jogo
history
uma vez
and
e
give
só
players from
com a
around
civilização
the
e deu.
world the chance to see the game reflect their unique perspective and not just ours.
And finally, we knew that for players to feel the
O
impact of
problema
their
desses
decisions,
jogos é que
they would
eles
need to see
parecem,
their choices
pra mim, né,
reflected
na
in
minha
the
opinião,
game
eles
world
parecem
itself,
muito os
not just
mesmos,
through
cara.
numbers on a menu.
Tipo, eu olho esse
One of the
jogo
first
aí
differences you'll see when you
e ele
dive
tá
into
me lembrando
Aura
muito
is what
até
we
o
call the living world.
Humankind.
It's a procedurally generated alternate Earth, bursting with life, an intuitive, authentic, and immersive
Ele
space,
tá uma
a
mistura
blank
de
canvas for
Humankind,
players to paint the society of their
Civilization,
dreams.
The living world isn't just a map. It reflects
pouquinho
the
de
choices
até
players
pouquinho
make
de
over the
Age.
course of the game. They can see everything from
Isso
the
aí é
settling of
Full
the
Age.
wilderness to cultural
É,
influence on architecture over
Civilization.
time to the
Aquele
thousands of
esquema das
citizens
terras
living their
ali, o
lives
que
and
que
reacting to the
produz na
changes.
Terra.
We want players to feel like they're truly occupying the world, leading their people as they thrive and grow. Core to the vision of Aura is our philosophy of rule how you want to rule. And no feature better exemplifies this than the prestige system.
To win a game of Aura, players will compete with their rivals to build
Parece
the
ser
most
bem
influential,
complexo, não parece ser
impressive,
muito
and
simples,
important nation the world has ever known. This is measured by prestige, the player's score
É,
that proves their worth as a leader.
E esse aí parece ser complexo. Eu acho que já tava esperando até o meu gosto
What
de
kind of
jogo.
leader they want to be. Do they want to pursue great works of arts and culture? Military might? Scientific advancement? The choice is theirs. In Aura, there are no set victory conditions. Players get to decide what is most important to them and focus and prioritize on those goals while still being able to win the game.
Personally, when I play Aura, I like to build triumphs. Triumphs are our collection of incredible monuments and architectural achievements from throughout human history. Like the Great Pyramid of Giza.
Ah, o
They're
Humankind
hard to
tem esse
build,
lance aí
but
também.
worth it, giving huge prestige bonuses and game-changing abilities to the nation that constructs them.
Another aspect of Aura that I am personally excited about is our crafting system.
The crafting system offers a unique challenge to the player that they generally won't see often in the 4X genre. Succeeding at balancing, gathering the right things, turning them into the tools that you need, and then finally getting to the outcome or reward of something like an important improvement or triumph just changes the challenge that exists in Aura compared to other 4X games.
Crafting plays out in Aura at a national scale, with players honing and combining the natural resources they harvest into all manner of goods and components. Those are the foundation for everything, from international trade to improving their cities and citizens' lives, and even manufacturing the weapons necessary to draft military units. The crafting system in Aura encourages thoughtful, advanced planning. It rewards players who can see the strategic outcome of all their collective decisions, and not just the individual ones.
I'm proud of the work that's gone into our simultaneous turn system. Many strategy games have players alternate taking turns and reacting to their opponent's moves. In Aura, all players' actions are resolved at the same time. This rewards players' ability to navigate uncertainty, to predict and strategically plan for a variety of scenarios in the moment. This system makes Aura just feel more real. In a typical strategy game, once your turn is finished, you have to wait for a long time. With simultaneous turns, generally speaking, those times are very low. You get to keep playing the game and stay engaged rather than having those periods of downtime where you're not doing anything.
It's not easy sifting through all of history and picking what to include. For Aura, we wanted to offer a fresh perspective, so we looked at cultures and societies throughout the millennia with the broadest lens possible.
Where this approach really shines is in our leaders. Leaders are so often seen as military personnel
pra
or
quem curte
prominent
esse tipo
government
de jogo vai
figures.
ser,
But
nossa.
leaders come in so many different forms. They're thought leaders, scientific and cultural
Mas
prodigies,
ele
and
tá
many
bem
more.
no estilo
Each leader in
Humankind
Aura
mesmo.
has a
Humankind é
number
bem
of special
complexo.
abilities determined by their personality traits, as well as a powerful and unique leader trait informed by their contributions to world history.
With a diverse global roster,
É
we know
muita
players will
coisa.
find leaders that they will want to play.
Mas eu não tô
And
reclamando,
even
eu
a
tô
few
dizendo
that
pra
may
mim é
surprise
muita
them with
coisa.
how fun it is
Mas pra
when
quem
those
gosta
leaders are
é.
handed the reins of power.
E tem gente que
For
gosta
us at
desses
Oxide,
detalhes, né?
Player feedback is the only way to really understand what you're making. It gives us that priceless perspective from the people we're making Aura for, you.
Building the
Eu vou
game
dar uma olhada só
alongside
pra ver
real
se
players
realmente
has given us
é
that
tão
critical
complexo
player
quanto
feedback.
aparenta. Né?
In the end, we believe this makes for a deeper connection
Quer dizer, eu vou
between
olhar
the
se tiver no
players
Game Pass,
and the
mas acho que
game.
tá no
One
Game
of my
Pass.
favorite
sim.
examples is when we first introduced the concept of dangerous wildlife to the game. It turns out, in our first iteration, it was maybe a little bit too aggressive or disruptive. We knew we should probably make a change when one of our insiders made a forum post that was just,
Cougars, cougars,
Cougars, I hate cougars!
someone get these feline demons away from me. I'm happy to report, based on more recent feedback, that I think we ended up in a good place with the overall threat level of mountain lions to a player's citizenry.
It's been years of hard work to bring you a strategy experience like no other. And we're so excited that we can finally see the finish line. We can't wait for players to get their hands on the game later this year.
But the launch of ARA is only the beginning. We are going to maintain our insider program after the release date and continue to listen to players and support the game into the future.
On behalf of everyone at Oxide Games, thank you for joining us today. We can't wait for you to play ARA and to create your own history.
Outono também. Caraca, vai sair um monte de joguinho no outono. Ó. Vamos ver o tão falado Indiana Jones agora. Galera se matando. Se vai ser primeira pessoa, se vai ser terceiro, o que vai ser?
Hej och välkommen till Uppsala, Sverige, här hos Machine Games. We are really excited to finally be able to share our work on Indiana Jones. Since the first film came out, Indiana Jones has always represented the ultimate adventure. Even today, it's one of the most iconic franchises in pop culture.
Pô, eu era viciado em Indiana
Jones. In this game, you aren't just playing as Indy, you are Indiana Jones.
Quando passava na televisão, eu parava qualquer coisa.
A journey that we hope lives up to the proud legacy of Indiana Jones. When Todd Howard first told us about his vision for the game, we knew we would be a very good fit to help bring it to life.
I've wanted to make an Indiana Jones game forever. I'd had this idea for what it would be like and the story, what Indy was going after, what period of his life it was in, what kind of arc he was going to have. And as the years went on, I thought, who would be like the best studio in the world to make this? And it was my friends at Machine Games. I can remember pitching Lucasfilm on the game and being, a little bit nervous because, look, it's, Indiana Jones, and their response was just overwhelmingly positive, and just that excitement has bled through the whole project, and they have just been so trusting and supportive of everything that we want to do with the game. It's been a long time. I've been a fan of this my whole life, and I couldn't be more excited to show you what the team here has been up to. Let's take our first look at the new Indiana Jones game.
Let me tell you what you are missing, Dr. Jones. While you were playing your pointless game, I was playing you. You're wondering if maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning instead of ending up here, dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
Myths.
Ih, vão chorar.
History.
Primeira pessoa, quer ver?
There's different ways to interpret the past. Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs, scattered and buried. Just waiting to be found.
Can't just run away from your problems, Indiana.
Tinha uma galera mais extremista lá, dizendo, se for primeira pessoa eu vou dropar, não vou jogar. Para, velho.
Throughout history, mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle.
Eu gostei, cara.
Trust me, it ain't a walk in the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I can keep up?
Esse eu gostei. E eu jogaria até em terceira pessoa, que eu não tenho nada. Pra mim vai de qualquer jeito, cara. Ó, que massa.
of the fallen angels.
Provavelmente vão rolar uns puzzles, né? Estilo Indiana Jones.
The Great Circle.
Esse eu gostei, cara. Pra mim.
You have any idea how old that was?
Agora é a data
Indiana
que vai lançar.
Jones is such an iconic character, and he means so much to so many people.
Everyone here at the studio has their own
Eu sou assim, eu jogo jogos em terceira pessoa, em primeira pessoa sem nenhuma assim, a mesma, como é que se diz?
He's a charismatic everyman.
Eu curto igual, cara, não sinto diferença. Pra mim o jogo tem que ser bom, né? Isso aí já...
Now we have the opportunity to tell a new Indiana Jones story for a modern gaming audience. Our game is all about putting you in Indy's shoes, letting you see and feel what he sees and feels. For us at Machine Games, we do that best through first person. It's the ideal perspective.
Tem jogos que às vezes eles colocam primeira pessoa, terceira pessoa, eu geralmente eu fico na primeira, cara. Eu acho que a imersão é muito maior.
Whether it's cracking your whip, solving puzzles in ancient temples, or seeing your knuckles go bloody in a fist fight, all of these moments are much more intense in first person.
But we still want you to have those moments. Seeing his iconic silhouette with the hat and the whip, and so for things like cutscenes and environmental traversal, we pull the camera back for a third-person view.
Deve estar rolando uma choradeira já no Twitter. E sabe o que eu acho que vai ser legal nisso aí? Provavelmente eles vão fazer um... Eu acho que até apareceu ali, eu acho que eles vão fazer uma sequência.
He wakes up in the middle of the night to the sounds of a break-in and rushes to confront the thief in the college museum. The mysterious giant of a man makes off with what seems to be a historically insignificant artifact, sparking Indiana's curiosity.
Who the hell are you?
Following the trail, Indiana heads to the Vatican, hoping to learn why this
Esse cara ali é o cara que fez o filme do Candyman, né?
Aren't what they appear.
Esse ator ali.
He starts pulling at the strings
Ele não é tão
of
alto
a
assim
mystery,
mesmo.
and it all unravels until he has no choice
Eu acho que é o
but
cara
to
do
see it through
Candyman.
to the end, whatever the end may be.
On next plane to Rome. Stop. Need help. Stop. Meet me in Vatican. Stop. Indy.
We always talk about how clever Indiana Jones is. That had to be one of our guiding principles when we were thinking about the type of game we were making. It wouldn't be Indy if he wasn't using his wits to get through the situation. The most authentic Indiana Jones
A imersão de entrar nessas tumbas ali do Indiana Jones em primeira pessoa.
Sure, there will be some obstacles that will be more easily overcome
Vai
with
ser
a
foda,
revolver
né?
or a gun taken from a disarmed guard. But I think most of the time you'll have more fun and, to be honest, a more genuine indie experience by finding more clever ways to solve a problem.
We always want to be offering more solutions, whether it's trying a different path through the environment to get around enemies, observing enemy patrols and using them to your advantage, or using the tools at your disposal, like the whip.
It's an amazing global adventure with action propelling you through your journey.
We have these really diverse environments for you to explore. Indy's journey will take him to the forgotten temples of Sukhothai, the pyramids of Egypt, the snow-peaked Himalayas, and beyond.
We look carefully at each location and the time period the game is set in, and we're trying to make it as authentic and accurate as possible.
We love creating rich, vibrant worlds, and in this game, we also had the goal of making it feel like a true cinematic Indiana Jones adventure.
One of the biggest ways to do that is with the music. John Williams is the
sonora
original
do Indiana
composer for the Indy
Jones, o
films,
som é
and we're really lucky to have found Gordy Hub, a composer who's
bem
been able to capture
característico
Williams'
também.
essence with his score for The Great Circle.
We also take a very movie-like approach to things like cinematics. We're very physical with our production style. We use a lot of stunt actors. Things like this help us bridge the gap between making a game and making a movie.
And of course, our characters do a lot to help bring the world to life as well. Next to Indy, Gina is our other main protagonist. Where Indy is pursuing answers just for the sake of curiosity, Gina has a personal stake in getting to the bottom of the core mystery.
Gina is an investigative reporter who has a lot riding on this adventure. She's been tracking a lead for some time, and now she's found an ally in this determined American professor. Their paths are intertwined, and they'll need each other in order to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
Fight. What do you mean if I can keep up?
We always love our villains and think we might have found our favorite one yet in Emmerich Voss. He's this intensely psychological man. He's obsessed with the human mind and manipulating it.
He's highly intelligent and the perfect foil for Indy. They're both brilliant people, compelled by their passions and obsessions, but driven down wildly different roads.
He creeps up on you and gets under your skin like he gets under Indy's skin. It's captivating.
Dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
One of our mottos for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is adventure first.
Starfield,
But in every indie adventure, there are always those moments where he finds himself in the action.
That's been one of those balancing acts for us, and we've ended up with this sort of hybrid experience that mixes melee combat, stealth, and gunplay.
How you approach any given situation is up to you. You may choose
sei
to
como é que é
sneak
esse
around an enemy patrol, or
deve
maybe
ficar
you'll
mais
just
caro.
pick up a shovel and whack them on the back of their head.
Criar jogo nas duas
And when you can't use
perspectivas.
your wits, you got Indy's most iconic tool. Just like you see in the movies, one of our goals has been to make the whip as fun and multi-purposed as possible. We want it integrated into every aspect of the game.
You can use it as a traversal tool to make your way around the environment. You can use it as a distraction. And yes, you can absolutely use it in combat. Everything you'd expect from Indy's whip, and hopefully a little bit more. Puzzles are a key feature in our game. The spirit of discovery is so important to Indiana Jones. Obviously, there are a handful of puzzles on the main path, but a lot of the puzzles are optional and are just there for the players who want to experience them. Epic traps, small secrets, and hidden puzzles that blend right in with their surroundings.
One thing I love
armadilhas
about our game
que você
is the
falou.
level of interactivity that we have. We have this world of mystery where anything could potentially hide a secret. The more you look, the more you'll discover.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I want to thank you all for joining us for our big reveal of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Machine Games is known for creating these rollercoaster experiences with huge set pieces, surprising twists, and immersive narratives. It's exciting for us that we have been able to stay so true to the Indiana Jones franchise and create such an authentic experience while still being able to showcase what makes us us. We are making a game for everyone, whether you are very familiar with the franchise or not. Because at the heart of Indiana Jones is an incredible adventure, and I think that's something everyone wants to be part of. I'm also very excited to announce that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be coming later this year, and we cannot wait to share more soon.
Esse vai estar no Game Pass. Esse vai ser massa, velho. Já é um dos mais esperados já por mim. Acho que acabou, né? Será que tem outra coisa?
Should I take one?
Is it animals, children, and game developers?
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech.
core to the vision of Ara is our philosophy of rule how you want to rule.
Esse Ara aí tem potencial, mas
Creating an
acho
immersive
que eu vou ficar
experience like
com
Avowed is
Avowed,
anchored in the world we build.
Indiana Jones.
You
Aquele
aren't
RPG da
just
Square Enix
playing
eu também
as Indy,
gostei.
you are Indiana Jones.
My name is Masaru Oyamada.
Mas
今作は
ficaria
アクション RPG 聖剣
segundo
伝
plano.
説のアクション部分が強化されています。
Esse Avowed ali. Esse Avowed ali, cara. Ih, caramba. Ah, tem o anúncio da. Ah, vai ser no Twitch da Bethesda? Será que eu boto? Acho que é mais tarde, né? Que hora que vai ser? Às 18? Ah, daqui a pouquinho já. Vou dar uma olhada. Esperar um pouquinho pra ver.
Text may contain content in a.
Vou deixar aqui pra ver. Vou anunciar um. Ah, já tá rolando um.
Let me tell you what you are missing, Dr. Jones. While you were playing your pointless game, I was playing you. You're wondering if maybe you should have.
Ah, pena que demora um pouquinho. Tem acho que o Senua lá, né? O Hellblade, que é em maio, que é o mais próximo que tem. Os outros ainda vai demorar um pouquinho. Skyrim 2 não é anúncio de conteúdo do The Elder Scrolls Online. É às 18, eu vou botar só esse trailer de novo aí pra dar uma olhada e já vou botar lá pra esperar.
History. Just different ways to interpret the past.
Achei bem bonito, cara. Um jogo bem feito. Pra mim, o fato de ser em primeira pessoa é ponto a favor, apesar de que vai ter um monte de gente chorando no Twitter. Aliás, já deve estar chorando nesse momento. A única coisa que eu achei meio ruim é que eu achava que ia ter alguma coisa surpresa do The Other Worlds. Não teve nada não.
Watch me.
Ah, tem que ser, né? Tem que ser, né, ele?
Throughout history, mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance.
Algumas referências sim vai ter, não. Mas acho que vai ser mais pra Skyrim. Pelo menos olhando ali a mecânica de combate parecia.
I've had run-ins with these guys before. Trust me, it ain't a walk in the park.
Okay then, let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I could keep up?
Essa parte eu achei legal. Combate aéreo.
Patron of the fallen angels. Protector of the Churkulimani. The Great Circle.
Esse aí vai ser massa. Galera que é mais velha, né? Aparece umas paradas dessa aí. Vai ficar doido.
Play it day one with Game Pass.
6 minutos falta. Quase derrubei tudo aqui. Tomb Raider então, a galera que tava pedindo terceira pessoa sempre usava o Tomb Raider como referência. Mas é aquela coisa, cara. Indiana Jones é Indiana Jones. E a empresa que tá desenvolvendo o jogo, ela... Abaixa o alto esse som. A empresa que tá desenvolvendo é a mesma que desenvolveu os Wolfenstein, né? Então o forte deles é a primeira pessoa. Aí tu pedir pra uma empresa dessa fazer um jogo em terceira é um desafio, né? A mais. E o forte deles é a primeira pessoa. Deixa eu ver como é que tá a gritaria aqui no Twitter. Tipo assim, ninguém iria querer um Wolfenstein em terceira pessoa. Não existe isso. Peter. Vamos ver a choradeira. Ah, tá. Eu achei que tinha uma data do Avowed aqui. Tô procurando alguém que tenha colocado o trailer aqui pra compartilhar, mas não tô achando. Tomb Raider. Tá, Lara Croft é aprendiz de Indiana Jones. É? É isso aí. Vai jogar de noite? Eu vou terminar essa live aqui do Directs, Developer Directs. E aí eu volto, acho que em uns 30, 40 minutos. Vou comer alguma coisa e já volto com Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Já volto em seguida, só vou comer alguma coisa. Na verdade eu tinha que ir no supermercado, cara, mas se eu for no supermercado... Sim, cara, pior que tá chovendo agora, vai estar com um trânsito do caramba. Talvez até eu peça um lanche, na verdade. Ó, vamos assistir esse evento aí. Já era. Eu não sou um super jogador de Elder Scrolls Online, mas eu tenho algumas horinhas em muito. Ué? Começou o contador e agora tem outro contador de 11 minutos.
Hello there, travelers, and welcome to my tavern, the Lucky Griffin. My name is Quincy, and I have the honor and privilege of welcoming you tonight to this year's Elder Scrolls Online 2024 Global Reveal. Thank you so much for joining us today. Now, we do have a few moments before the actual show begins, so how about something to eat? You can't expect to walk into a tavern and not be fed, you know. Now, I have something hearty or a light treat for you to pick yourself back up from that last event.
Hoje é dia do maridão jogar.
I have a few things getting started in the kitchen back there, so let's see what we can cook up in the next few minutes, shall we?
Vou mudar o título da live aqui, ó. Vou acrescentar esse anúncio aí. Caraca, tá chovendo pra caramba. Ainda bem que eu não... Chuva e vento aí. Dez minutos ainda, rapaziada. Acho que eu vou aproveitar, vou lá fazer um pãozinho. Como é que é o nome? Mas no geral achei o evento massa, rapaziada. Não sei o que vocês acharam aí. O foda é assim, ó, é que tem muita gente correndo atrás de partida e esses rumores, né? A coisa do momento é rumor, né? Daí os caras começam, vai ter Shadow Drop, vai ter isso, vai ter aquilo. E aí no final é exatamente o evento que a Xbox falou que ia ser. Assim, nada mais nem nada menos. O rumor é o que os caras criam. Mas o evento foi exatamente o que a Xbox falou que ia ser. Sem tirar, sem colocar nada. Talvez jogue bem mais tarde. Eu vou fazer. Na verdade, eu acho que eu pedi porque se eu tiver que fazer alguma coisa agora, tem que descongelar. Sei que eu como um pãozinho mesmo. Só que se eu comer só um pãozinho, eu vou ficar com fome depois. Aí vai começar a loucura. Acho que é melhor eu pedir um lanche mesmo e... um calzone baratinho. Pô, macarrão dá pra fazer, mas aí... dá pra fazer macarrão, cara. Agora a Eliane deu uma ideia boa. Eu tenho bacon, cubos. Vou fazer um macarrãozinho com bacon. Boa ideia. Daí eu já faço pra hoje e pra amanhã já. Só que não dá pra fazer em 6 minutos, vou ter que esperar um pouco. Acho que eu vou colocar a próxima live para as 7 horas. É melhor eu comer agora bem do que ficar... Aí chega de madrugada, tem que comer. Caraca, deu direito autoral. Não acredito. Deu problema de direitos autorais no Valhalla. Como assim, velho? Não é possível. O que foi? Acabei de receber o e-mail. Será que no final da live do Valhalla eu não abri uma gameplay desse? Quer ver como vai ser esses vídeos de gameplay que eu fico abrindo? Aí os caras vêm e enchem o saco. É isso que é foda. Deixa eu ver o que foi. Visions of Mountain. Dá pra cortar pelo menos. Deixa eu ver o que é.
Well, it certainly looks like you enjoyed that food, my friends. thank you so much for joining us today. I hope that the meals that we were able to provide keep you in the fight just a little bit longer in your upcoming adventures in Tamriel, and I look very much forward to hearing of all of your epic adventures and
Eu acho que não é do...
But my time is at an end right now. Thank you again for joining us today. Let's see what the future has in store in the Elder Scrolls Online 2024 Global Reveal. Starting now. Until next time, my friends, take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, and as always, be safe out there. Enjoy the show.
Pior é que é dentro do jogo. É por isso que é complicado eu fazer live muito grande. Essa agora, eu fiz uma live de 3 horas, né, do Valhalla, aí eu posso silenciar aqui, ó. Agora, se eu faço um vídeo muito grande, aí eu me ferro. Eu vou remover o som mesmo, é um minutinho só. Daria até pra cortar a parte, né? Remover o som. É isso. Cara, é menos de um minuto. Tem uma música ali e pronto. Às vezes o cara perde um vídeo inteiro, uma live inteira, os views ali, porque tem menos de um minuto. Eu vou entender isso. Eu vou ter que tirar a música do Assassin's Creed, apesar de ser uma das paradas mais legais que tem. É uma música, sabe aquela parte que eu tava da visão dele lá do lobo? Eu posso procurar. Eu não cheguei a olhar isso, mas acho que não tinha não. Eu cheguei a olhar, mas não percebi que tinha no modo streaming. Alguns jogos vêm, né? Mas foi naquela parte que o cara teve a visão que ele encontrou o lobo lá. Tem uma música ali que... Cara, se eu uso a música num vídeo meu que não é do jogo, beleza. Ó, começou antes, parece. Mas eu tô usando dentro do jogo, fazendo uma live do jogo. Não faz sentido os caras reivindicar isso. Eu identifiquei que eu tava fazendo live de Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Quer dizer, eu espero que eu tenha feito isso. Pode ser esse o problema. Eu não botei Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Aí eu pedi mesmo. Tá? Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Hoje quando eu jogar eu já vou ver isso. E jogar sem a música do Assassin's Creed Valhalla é complicado, né? Ou então eu faço live menor de novo. Faço live de 4 horas, 5.
Welcome everyone to the 2024 Elder Scrolls Online Global Reveal. Today, we'll share all of the details of our 2024 plans, including ESO's new chapter. But first, I'd like to take a moment to talk about what ESO means to all of us, here at ZeniMax Online, and to all of you. We built ESO as a virtual world centered around Elder Scrolls lore, where you can go anywhere, play in any style you want, with endless customization, and have the freedom to roleplay as anyone you want. And also, to be a safe harbor from the often unpredictable and complex outside world. Just take a step back to the game's early days and see how much we've accomplished. From taking on Molag Bal with the help of Cadwell and Darian Gautier, fighting other players to claim territory in Cyrodiil and the Ruby Throne and our amazing PvP system, slaying dragons in the sandy canyons of Elsewhere with Cobertura and Abner Tharn, fencing a fortune and stolen goods at your friendly neighborhood outlaw refuge, and so much more. We take you through all of the lands of Tamriel, filled with memorable characters who return again and again to provide companionship, humor, and drama. Our stories are among the best in the genre, and our content also includes game systems like Companions, Antiquities, Tales of Tribute, Dungeons, PvP, the list goes on and on. With ESO, you can pick and choose what fits your virtual life in Tamriel. And later this year, we'll hit an amazing and important milestone, 10 years in Tamriel. Our history, of course, goes back even farther to ZOS's founding in 2007, and many ESO developers have been with us for 15 years or more. I can't speak of the studio's history without acknowledging the profound impact that Robert Altman had on my life and that of everyone at ZOS. As CEO of ZeniMax Media, who passed away in 2021, Robert was a true champion of the game, and he was a friend and mentor to all of us. He is very much missed, but ZOS is stronger because of the foundation he helped build during our formative years. ESO's grown over the years to be 24 million players, including gamers from all over the world. Originally in English, French, and German, we now offer localization in Chinese, Japanese, Russian, and Spanish. And ESO developers now stretch from west coast of the USA through Austin, Texas, to our headquarters in Maryland, and eastward to Budapest, Hungary, where we recently opened ZeniMax Online, Hungary. ESO is truly a global phenomenon. Everyone at ZOS considers the ESO community part of the family. It's not just a hashtag.
Se eles anunciam português BR já ia aumentar a base de jogadores.
I'm very proud to be part of it. Remember that ESO launched in April 2014, but that was just on PC. It launched on Xbox and PlayStation in June 2015. So, we're celebrating our 10-year anniversary over 15 months in 2024 and 2025. Expect community events around the globe. We announced the first of these already. It's in the Netherlands this coming spring. Thank you to everyone who signed up already. We'll have another large community event in 2025 in the Baltimore, Washington area of the USA to mark the 10th anniversary of ESO's console launch, and a few more events sprinkled between them. We will post information on all of our anniversary celebration plans on social media and ElderScrollsOnline.com. The team has prepared special 10-year anniversary rewards for many of our in-game events happening in 2024 and 2025. Some you can start earning right now. Stay tuned for details. We're eager to celebrate and to kick things off in earnest in just a few months. I can't wait to see all of you at the in-person events. And now it's time to look forward to 2024's new content. ESO's newest chapter features everything that makes ESO special, exploring a region of Tamriel well known to Elder Scrolls fans, telling an amazing story that goes deep into the lore of the region, and adding a new gameplay with a system called scribing, which allows players to customize some of their abilities. The chapter is called Gold Road, and it takes place on the borders of Cyrodiil, Gold Coast, and Valenwood. So let's start the show and see all the details with the global premiere of the 2024 ESO Gold Road trailer. Enjoy, and see you in Tamriel.
Teve uma vez que teve uma... Acho que eram rewards. Jogar 1 hora o The Elder Scrolls. Acho que eu fiquei umas 5 horas jogando. É foda, esse jogo é complicado, cara. E isso que eu tava na nuvem, eu nem instalei. Era pra jogar 1 hora, se não me engano. Ou era pra fazer alguma coisa. É, acho que era pra jogar 1 hora. Eu fiquei umas 4, 5 horas jogando. Ah, eles deveriam mostrar mais gameplay, né? Mas tá bem legal a apresentação. É um jogo legal, cara, de jogar co-op. Se a galera combinar, é bem massa, velho. Tem conteúdo pra dar... Meu Deus. É infinito. Se a gente juntar aí uns 3, 4, dá pra fazer altas brincadeiras legais aí nesse jogo.
What's up, everyone? You just saw the world premiere trailer for our upcoming chapter, The Elder Scrolls Online Gold Road. I'm Gina Bruno, ESO Senior Community
O ruim é que os
Manager, and today I'm
conteúdos
joined
deles
by
são
The
todos
Elder
pagos.
Scrolls Online's own creative director, Rich Lambert.
Hey everyone, I'm thrilled to be back again for this year's ESO Global Reveal, and boy do we have a lot of exciting things to share with you all. The
Não sei
team's
como é
been
que vai ser
working
isso.
super hard on 2024's new adventures and features, and it's going to be another amazing year for The Elder Scrolls Online.
Well, the truth is, the team's been working super hard for the past 16 years. And Rich, you and I have actually been here from the very beginning in 2007.
It's wild looking back
É,
for
o
sure. I
gráfico
remember the
do
days
jogo,
of being
assim,
able to fit the
dentro do
entire
jogo,
team
apesar do
into a
jogo ser
minivan and all
gigantesco, ele
go
é
out to
bem bom.
lunch together.
Não é uma parada
A lot has
espetacular,
changed
mas é
since
bem
then,
bom.
and now we're suddenly about to celebrate 10 years of being live, with 40 plus
E que nem
major
eles
content
falaram, é um
updates
jogo
and a
antigo, né,
community
cara?
that
É um
literally
jogo de hoje.
spans the globe.
É um jogo de
It's amazing how much
8
we've
anos.
done, and it certainly doesn't feel like 16 years have passed already.
And now that
Igual
we're
do
looking
Scroll
ahead
Online,
to what's
né?
coming in 2024, why don't you start us off with an overview about this year's adventure and story?
Last year, we saw players explore the Talvani Peninsula and Apocrypha zones, and delved into a story
Eu nem cheguei
surrounding the
nisso aí, eu
Prince of
tava bem
Knowledge
no
from the
início.
Asmora, and master the magics of the Arcanist class. This year, we're inviting players to venture into a Colovian region known as the West Weald. And this region spans the western borders of Cyrodiil to the north and the eastern tip of Valenwood, and many Elder Scrolls players will probably recognize this location from Test 4 Oblivion. In our time, a dense jungle has suddenly appeared overnight
Eu não conheço muito a história do The Elder Scrolls, velho. Conheço zero da história.
From a mysterious new kind of Daedra.
Eu lembro
So
desse
the new zone
Oblivion,
will be
hein,
familiar
quando
for
lançou,
those
mas
of
eu
you
não
who played
joguei.
Oblivion, but there's something big going on behind the scenes that's causing all this chaos.
We're doing something we've never done before in ESO, and we're
Tava
introducing
falando do
a
chifrudo.
whole new Daedric Prince.
That is a
Deus
really
o
big
livre.
deal.
It is, and we are really excited about it. The Gold Road storyline focuses on the return of a forgotten prince named Athelia. And it was great
Deve
to
ser
be
o
able
boss
to work with
da
GS to bring our
dessa
vision for this new power to life.
dessa
And we
nova
think folks are
DLC,
gonna love
o
what we've
evento, não sei.
created. In last year's Necrom chapter, we dropped a major cliffhanger. Mysterious forces discovered the existence of this forgotten Daedric prince, Athelia. In Gold Road, you'll
É uma
discover
das
that prince
paradas
is
que
now
são
free,
complicadas
with dire
nesse
consequences
jogo,
for
porque
all of
se tu
Tamriel.
começa a jogar
I don't want to go
hoje,
into too much detail yet, because we'll be diving
esse
deeper
conteúdo
into
que
the
tá
story
saindo
shortly,
agora, tu
but
vai
this is
demorar
really
muito pra chegar
big,
nele.
and we are very
Até
excited to see
porque tem
how
uns
our
que são
community
pagos, né?
reacts as they learn more about Athelia and
Mas
Ravos.
mesmo assim tu
All
tá
right,
muito
so we have a new
atrás do que
zone
tá
and a
rolando.
story about the return of a long-lost Daedric prince. But there's something else arriving with the Gold Road chapter that Matt touched on that our players have been asking about for a long time, and that's scribing.
Yes, and this is definitely something that the community's been asking about for years at this point. This chapter's big new system, scribing, is a way for players to customize their character builds. It's our take on a precursor to the spellcrafting systems from previous Elder Scrolls games, with some tweaks to balance to ensure that it works with our game's combat.
So why don't you talk a little bit about how this system works? What does it actually allow players to do?
With scribing, players tap into the fundamental elements of magic by unlocking special skills that they can then customize in many different ways. You'll be able to change things like the way a skill interacts with the world, its unique effects, and more. There's also many ways to customize these unique abilities, allowing players to further tailor their builds to their unique needs. We'll go into a lot more detail on scribing a little bit later, and we'll have a lot more info throughout the year, but we're very excited about this system, and it's really another way players
Essa
can
parada aí
truly
tá com o cara
play
que nem vai
the way
sair
they wanna
agora.
play.
Well, we clearly have a lot to cover throughout the show, so let's dig in. In the past, we've told stories that feature Daedric princes, emperors and tyrants, heroes, and all sorts of legendary monsters. Since our launch in 2014, we've continued to add to ESO's legacy with new stories that build upon and even add to Elder Scrolls lore in all new ways. And this year's tale is no exception. So let's kick things off with the lead for this zone, Ed Stark, who is going to share more about the new chapter's main storyline, including the Forgotten Prince.
Hello, everyone. I'm absolutely thrilled to talk to all of you about the story and the adventures you'll experience in the new Gold Road chapter. I was the lead for the High Isle and Greymore chapters, as well as the Murkmire DLC, and I'm having a lot of fun adding to the Elder Scrolls universe. Every part of Tamriel is unique and has its own emergent storylines, and Gold Road is no different. The Westfield region lies just east of the Gold Coast.
Parece, eu não sei se era rumor, que ia sair Oblivion Remaster.
And it is under attack.
Chegou a jogar os outros desse jogo aí?
Third of the Westfield seemingly overnight. While the wood elves in the region seem friendly and amused by the situations that displaced Imperials, Count wants to find out what happened and how he can keep from losing any more of his
Até tem
realm.
pra comprar o Oblivion.
Surprisingly, however, this Dawnwood jungle overgrowth isn't the most pressing concern for you and your fellow adventurers. Laramil the Wise, an ally of Hermaeus Mora, is back. She's investigating the reappearance of Athelia, the Forgotten Prince, who was introduced at the end of the Necrom chapter. Laramil reveals that scions of Athelia are searching the Westfield for her, wreaking havoc in the region.
Encerrar, ó, já é quase 6 meses.
Some connection to the aliens who once dwelt in the ancient ruins scattered throughout the zone.
Deixa eu ver quais os que tem pra comprar aqui. Mas acho que eu vou encerrar a live pra poder voltar com Assassin's Creed. Acho que isso aqui não... A não ser que a galera queira assistir, mas acho que não vai acrescentar muito. Eu tô perdido ali. O que ele tá falando. Acho que eu vou encerrar, vou fazer a minha comida ali, vou... Ah, tem o Morrowind. Vou encerrar para poder voltar depois com Valhalla, senão vai... Não tá escrevendo? É, eu acho que só tem esse aqui.
Her memories and powers and show no mercy to anyone who gets in their way.
Acabei não me adaptando.
Reality itself is under attack and no one knows
É, eu sei que na época que esse jogo saiu era um dos mais complexos na questão de RPG. Acho que acabou.
Presented in Hrothgar and Necrom. You'll have to follow the
Foi
threads to see
meio que
just
boom,
where
né, quando ele
they
saiu.
And over everything is the threat of the forgotten Daedric Prince and her minions. There's something for everyone, all along the Gold Road. I'm looking forward to seeing how you fare. Good luck and happy hunting in the Westfield.
Since ESO's launch, we've added a ton of new areas for players to explore across all corners of Tamriel and even the realms of Oblivion. Ed just shared some details about the story in Westfield, so now let's learn about how the team brought this space to life. To tell us more about this world you can explore in the latest chapter, we've invited ESO's art director to share more about this colorful but chaotic part of Tamriel.
Hey everybody, I'm I'm CJ Greb, Art Director for the Elder Scrolls Online, and I'm pleased to be able to share with you more about the Elder Scrolls Online Gold Road's unique zone, the West Weald. For those of you already familiar with Southeast Cyrodiil, this will be the first time you can return to this bountiful part of Tamriel since the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion way back in 2006. The new zone features 3 unique biomes, each with their own distinctive look and feel. In the southeast lies the Gold Road, a temperate environment similar to that found on the Gold Coast. It is home to the region's capital city, Skingrad, the bustling center of the zone and linchpin for the Colovian Imperials who call the Westweald home. Towards the southwest, you can find the Dawnwood. Formerly part of the Westweald, this area is now home to the encroaching jungles of nearby Valenwood. In this part of the zone, you'll discover a dense wilderness climate inhabited by advancing wood elves from the settlement of Vashabar. In the north of the Westweald lies the Colovian Highlands, a mountainous region that is home to an imperial settlement and numerous Ayleid ruins. The Highlands' rocky soil and dry climate is ideal for the region's famous vineyards. When designing this new zone, the team wanted to capture a region undergoing a dramatic change. And generally, we try to make every zone in ESO feel unique, so much so that a player can instantly recognize what zone they're in merely by looking around. Combining these ideas led us to paint the biomes in the bright colors of seasonal change. Highlights of orange, red, and yellow punctuate the Westweald, giving the entire region an autumnal feel. Classic Colovian architecture inspired many of the zone's structures. However, the Colovian Imperials of the Westweald are wealthy and cosmopolitan, so the art team imbued some high-end motifs and designs throughout. Although this of course changes the further from Skingrad you travel. As you explore the zone's rolling hills, rocky crags, bustling vineyards, you'll encounter many Ayleid ruins of various sizes and shapes, and have an opportunity to delve deeper into this part of Tamriel's ancient history. We got to have a little fun here as we consider these Ayleid ruins less spoiled than other similar locations you may already have visited. As a result, there are structures and architectural pieces of Ayleid culture you've never seen before. Speaking of things you've never seen before, the dense, humid forests of neighboring Valenwood seem to have taken over a significant portion of the Westweald practically overnight. This consumption of traditional Colovian territory is cause of some concern for the Imperials, as you might imagine. Even more alarming is the Wildburn, a volatile area that separates the Dawnwood from the Colovian Highlands and Gold Road, comprised of sickened, magically twisted land and even more volatile beasts. While the land itself is changing, it is also under attack
Eu tô
from
com
a
as
host
paradinhas
of
de
new,
fazer
unfamiliar
agita.
foes. Daedra, never before seen in the Elder Scrolls, roam the countryside, including Shardborn and aspects of Athalia that herald from the realm known as Mirrormore. And if all of that wasn't enough, the Wildburn has taken to magically corrupting the indigenous beasts of the land, resulting in danger around every turn. In the Westweald, we've created a beautiful world in flux, besieged by change itself. It's Imperials meet Wood Elves, meet Oblivion, and it's a world unlike anything we've created previously. We can't wait for you to explore it.
I always love when we can share behind-the-scenes info about all the research and care that goes into creating a new zone. Rich, why don't you talk a little bit about what else players will encounter in Westweald?
In addition to the main storyline, the zone contains new delves and public dungeons to explore, side quests to experience, and world bosses to contend with. Everything you would expect from a chapter.
Esse lance das raids que eles têm ali é massa. E os bosses também que rolam no mapa. Eu nunca enfrentei. E nem nunca fiz raid também. Mas diz que é bem massa.
And of course, that's all in addition to the new scribing system.
That's right. In previous chapters, we've added new classes like the Necromancer and most recently the Arcanist. We've also added new gameplay systems that we continually update, such as treasure hunting with antiquities, our deck-building card game, Tales of Tribute, even our housing and furnishing system, and of course, companion system, which allows you to bring an ally to fight alongside with you. This time with Gold Road, we're adding a new way to further tweak your builds just how you want them. We know everyone's been waiting patiently for more information on this new system, so let's kick it over to Kira to explain exactly how it works.
Play Your Way is one of Elder Scrolls Online's biggest pillars, and we're always looking to give our players even more ownership over their characters and their skills. For scribing, our system focus was around roleplay and choice. We wanted to give our players the power to customize skills to enhance their roleplay and have more agency in choosing and creating those skills that are right for them. With scribing, we've created a new ability for every weapon skill line, and a few more.
Eu acho que mais 7 e pouquinho de volta aí.
Grimoires has customizable elements that you can swap out to suit your needs while maintaining a fun and balanced experience.
Aí, obrigado para quem colou
has a base
no evento aí do Xbox Developers Direct.
For example, the new bow
mais tarde estamos por aí.
has you shoot the
Obrigadão
ground
a
with an
todos,
enchanted
Deus
arrow,
abençoe
creating an area
e
of
até
effect
mais.
and then backflip out of danger, enabling a quick tactical fight.